LEGO's early September gifts with purchase include this poly bag for the Quidditch lesson, this Hogsmeade street sign exclusive to the Hogsmeade set, and this one right here, the Room of Requirement. Now this one has 202 pieces and 1 minifig and is available between now and September 7th with a $130 spend on anything Harry Potter. So that could include the Hogsmeade set or anything else, any other combination. So we're going to break this set down to see if it's really worth that spend, and I'll tell you my one significant problem with this set. The box is typical for a Harry Potter set, which means that it has a blue background with the set portrayed in the middle and the story's 3 main characters in the bottom right corner. The back of the box shows Neville Longbottom resting, possibly in pain given that facial expression, in a hammock. It also shows the set all folded up and how you can place it within the $250 Hogwarts main tower set that was released earlier this year. Inside the box are 3 numbered bags, which is nice given that not all gifts with purchase have numbered bags, the instructions, and a sheet with 3 stickers. There is only one minifig included in the set, and that is Neville Longbottom. I will say it is nice that we're not getting Harry or Hermione or Ron, especially Ron, in one of these sets. Neville's sweater is a reuse of Aunt May in her torso in the recent subway train scene from the Marvel Spider-Man theme. The back continues the knit pattern, and Neville comes with a double-sided head that was made to depict him in one of the June releases, and a tousled hairpiece in dark brown that has appeared over 200 times in LEGO form. I think a lot of fans will appreciate that this comes with a fairly main character in Neville Longbottom that's come in other sets, and even though the torso is rare, it's not something that is super exclusive only to this set and should be around for a while, at least in that subway train set. Maybe even pick and build online. If you're looking for a clever, complicated, enticing build, then this is not for you, which makes sense given that this is a gift with purchase intended for an 8+ audience. Most of the building is simple stacking pieces on top of pieces, although there were some nice highlights. The hinge work is solid, splitting the set into 4 foldable sections. There is one snot section where you flip a window on its side and place a sticker on the black window pane to create the secret passage from the Room of Requirement to the Hogshead, which plays an important role in the Deathly Hallows Part 2 movie. Another technique I've noticed LEGO using quite a bit lately is where they use a 1x1 quarter round tile adjacent to a 1x4 swivel hinge. This allows you to avoid gaps in the build, and here is an effective technique used. There are some solid, albeit common pieces in this set. There are over 20 tan bricks and modified bricks, some dark tan tiles, and medium nougat arches. The best pieces are the black window pane that has appeared just 4 times prior, this olive green bubble cloud that has only appeared in the Herbology classroom set earlier this year, and the dark green windscreen piece that has appeared just twice before and is used for hammocks in this set. All told, this is pretty typical from what you would expect from a gift with purchase. Some solid pieces and a couple of highlights depending on what the budget calls for. The final product is a foldable playset that is surprisingly detailed. You've got the entrance with a book for Neville, complete with a mandrake, some books, a chest, a little radio contraption so that he can keep up with the resistance, and a sticker with other classroom-like decor. To the right is a small fireplace with a short ladder that leads to the portrait and tunnel to the Hog's Head. And next to that is another spot for a student, complete with some boxes, a chess set, a lamp, a goblet, and a crown. While the last 2 might attempt to represent the cup and diadem Horcruxes, they don't actually just sit there on a shelf in the Room of Requirement in the book or the movies, so I think that's just a little bit of an Easter egg that LEGO tossed in there. When spread out, the set is 28 studs long. Folded up, it's rather small. However, it's the folded up version that would slide into a slot in the Great Tower set to help you complete the modular Hogwarts castle. And that's where my problem with the set actually comes in right here. LEGO comes out with a new modular system for Hogwarts every few years, similar like police stations and fire stations. The problem now is that part of that castle, if you want to complete it, is now hidden behind a $130 gift with purchase, meaning that you have 1 week of a window to pick up some other Harry Potter sets to get this. Now, it's possible that you don't have every single section of the Hogwarts castle released so far, and that's fine, but you might already have that, and then you might have to find an additional $130 to spend. That, of course, happens to take place this week because, as far as we know, this is the only time that this gift with purchase is going to be available. There's nothing on the website that I could find that suggests that it's going to be made available at some other point in time for you to pick up, meaning that if you want to complete your castle, you got to buy now, or you can find this on the secondary market. And at this point, it's a little early for me to tell just how much that's going to go for, although I would anticipate somewhere in the $30 to $40 range. But sometimes I'm a little bit off on these secondary market prices on the gift with purchase. So that's a significant problem. I'm just going to be honest with Lego. I don't think it's great that they hide this behind the gift with purchase threshold. Otherwise, I think it's a solid gift with purchase for any Harry Potter fan. It's got a nice Neville Longbottom minifig. It's a character that has come out in plenty of other sets, but does have a relatively rare torso that's only been used once before, but I would imagine will come out in other sets. Probably some sort of a Winter Village set at some point in time. So I don't think you're really missing out on an exclusive fig with this. And the pieces are pretty reasonable and what you would expect from a gift with purchase. So I would give this one, I'd say a 7 out of 10 in terms of the execution and what you get for it. I probably would knock it down another peg or two just because it's a component of a modular system that people are going to want to get to complete their Hogwarts castle, and they hid it behind a gift with purchase. So that is my independent review of the Room of Requirement. I hope it helped you decide on whether or not you want to get this set, whether now during the gift with purchase window or on the secondary market. Thanks for watching, and always remember to keep building together.